table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Don't get angry, don't discourage. Take a shot of liquid courage. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and nature's laughing how I feel. And these monsters can fight, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to the MNSpiritCast. Yes, we are early. We are early tonight. It is 5 p.m. for Minnesota. Unusual. We're usually on late at night, so I'm hoping more of you can hop on and watch us. Brandon here, our cameraman. This is my co-host tonight. Everybody, welcome him. We have a great show for you tonight. Back to the Bone Paranormal is with us, all the way from Kentucky/Indiana. We're going to be talking about a lot of fun stuff. But first of all, before we start the show, I want to jump into telling you a little bit about our sponsor, DSGhost.com. A lot of you know who DSGhost is. Jesse Stewart. He makes some of the best equipment in the field. Actually, really unique equipment that you can't find anywhere. Actually, we use almost all of our equipment in our arsenal is from DSGhost.com. However, you can go over to DSGhost.com and get 10% off of your order using MNSH as your code. It is low prices already, but imagine all of them low prices with 10% off. That would be amazing. And you know, we've actually used our own code for purchasing this equipment, and it is low prices. So MNSH for your code, 10% off. He does have a new piece of equipment that he is working on called the Wicked Carnival. I don't know if any of you have heard of it yet, but I do have a promotional video that Jesse went live with not too long ago. So take a look.
All right, the REM pod is up top. There's your switch. Turn it on. It's got the soft antenna, so you don't have to break it, but you get close to it. I was going to show you. So, yeah, there you got the white one and the blue ones. And then here's the motion.
Pretty cool, isn't it? That is known as the Wicked Carnival. It has 3 different settings on it. You got your REM pod, you have your motion sensor or motion detector, and it has one other setting that I can't remember, but the price on that is really affordable. But like I said, if you use code MNSH using our code, you can get 10% off of that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not keep them waiting any longer. Please help me welcome a big warm welcome to the ladies about to the Bone Paranormal. This is Angelina and Christina. How's it going?
Hey guys.
Good.
How are you?
How are you?
You know, we're hanging in there. We went over and did a small investigation in Pine City, Minnesota today. We did go live for it a little bit, and we got some pretty awesome stuff. So we will be releasing a little bit of extra bonus footage within tomorrow and Monday. So, and speaking of investigating, you guys have some great investigations coming up, or you have recently been on great investigations. How's that going for you?
Oh my God, it's going good. I'm going to let Christina start because this is her first year and she's been on 5 or 6 investigations.
Wow.
How's her investigations going? Good.
Interesting. Love it.
It definitely is. It is definitely interesting. And working in the paranormal field, which I've been doing for years, it's definitely a toss-up sometimes, because there is a lot to do. It's also a challenge sometimes because you need to make sure that you have everything that your investigation can run smoothly. And Angelina, speaking from experience, you being the founder of Bad to the Bone, I mean, you can back me up on how difficult it is to be the founder of a team. It's actually really hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like I got out of the management business because I've been doing it for 30 years, and being a founder is the same thing. I'm nicer to my team than I am to my.
Well, let's just confirm with Christina that you are nice to them. A little bit, just a little bit. I mean, Brandon can tell you I'm an absolute asshole when it comes to investigating, but no.
No, not really.
But the point is, like, you being a founder of the team, there are things that you really need to keep an eye out for. You got to make sure all the equipment is working properly. Everybody is in place where they should be. Everybody's sticking to their role. That there's no nonsense going on, or people are not provoking when they're not supposed to. So definitely a challenge. Whoa. Okay, so you looked at Christina when I said provoking. What's the story behind this?
It's her. Well, I do provoke sometimes, but not disrespectfully. We've been there 5 or 6 years. I demand that they come out. So
right.
It's in a disrespectful way. But
right. Right. So we have some awesome people in the comments right now. We have Irene all the way from Japan. She says that our voice is breaking up. It is breaking up a little bit. So it's probably technology on my end or somebody's end. So we apologize for any of that. But look who bothered to show up. It's the paranormal consultant.
Hey, Matt. How are you? And
we have Cara that is actually sitting on the other side of this treadmill right here. We have Liz that says hi to Marcus and to Irene and to Matt. Eventually, she will get to you guys. She will say hi to everybody until everybody has gotten a hello. So, Liz, thank you for being a great supporter. That's the whole point of this para unity that we pull every day. It's a lovely thing. So,
we love Liz.
What's up?
I said we love Liz all the way from Scotland.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Liz is actually going to be on this show next month, so we're super excited to hear what Liz has to say. She's been behind the scenes way too much. We got to get her up front. We got to hear the voice of Liz instead of the messages. We got to see. So, but everybody's absolutely awesome for coming in. Brandon, this is Angelina and Christina from Bad to the Bone. You guys haven't met yet. If you guys want to start, just because we may not all know each other very well, why don't we start by introducing ourselves to the audience as well?
Well, who's going to go first?
Well, since you guys are my lovely guests, let's let you go first.
Since I'm the team founder, you get to go first.
Ooh. See how that works?
See? And they listen well.
Awesome. And what is your role on Bad to the Bone?
Right now, just an investigator. I haven't really done too much of anything else quite yet. I'm still trying to.
And we all start out there because I've been telling a lot of people, and it's all true, that when I first started Minnesota Spirit Hunters, I started with a phone camera and a piece of equipment, or a phone camera and a voice recorder. That's all I had. you know, and we have grown so much from that very first beginning. So I've hired a lot of people on this team that, you know, had no experience whatsoever. They all started, you know, like I did, and we all rise to the top. So, you know, one of these days we're all going to be out there working together and absolutely being one big family like we are. So, sorry, Angelina, your turn.
So, my name is Angelina. I'm from Massachusetts. I am the team founder and the team lead. I also investigate and research. I also work with equipment. But when my 2 team members get past the point of what they're learning now, they will take over some of these roles for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And your team is only made up of 3 people. It's you, Christina, and Danielle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Danielle couldn't be with us tonight, so we apologize about that. But, however, we would like you guys to come back in season 3, and would definitely have to get Danielle on here with you.
Absolutely. She could be here. She apologizes. She's currently at Randolph County Infirmary.
Okay.
Doing investigation class for people who've never done it before.
Awesome.
So she says hello, and she's sorry she can't make it.
Oh, we totally understand. Brandon?
My name is Brandon. I am the cameraman. Been with Minnesota Spirit Hunters for, 5-6 months now?
Something like that, yeah. Really great footage from Brandon here. We're actually releasing an commercial for our next investigation on February 26th. You'll be able to catch that day. And then see Brandon's actual camera work on March 12th, which is going to be absolutely amazing for this episode. So, nice. And then I am Marcus. I'm the founder and used to be the lead investigator. Now we have an actual lead investigator, but I'm the founder of Minnesota Spirit Hunters, opened in August of 2020. So we are going on 2 years in August, and we've had nothing but a blast within these last 2 years. You know, it's been a lot of fun, and we had a lot of activity within our time. Well, looks like we got somebody introducing themselves. My name is Matt, and I'm a paranormal addict.
Let me get you a number for Jesus.
And Liz says hi to the team and bad to the bone.
Hi, Liz.
I told you she would get you.
It's funny you just mentioned about how you were a team lead. I can't wait to pass that role over to one of the girls.
Absolutely.
And I know it's going to be about another year or 2.
Yep.
But I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Well, let me tell you one thing. You know, right now you're the founder, you're the lead investigator, you know, and you set up everything, make sure everything's running smoothly. Once you become just the founder of the team and you actually have a lead investigator, it's a whole lot easier, you know, because you don't have as much responsibility as you used to. You have a big responsibility still, because you got to make sure everything's running smoothly and everything. But not having that extra title onto your original title as founder is a big relief off of you and probably the rest of the team too, because some days us founders are going to get stressed out because we have so much going on, you know, and probably upset the team members because we're being absolute jerks, you know, because we're just stressed out. So
I've been there. I've done that. Not with my team, but on other investigations with other teams, you know, why are you being so quiet? And I'm that one that on live saying, and that's so-and-so in the background talking while we're doing an EVP because they're so rude. That pisses me off.
Yeah,
and
right.
I throw that out. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Paid for.
Absolutely. So you guys are based out of Kentucky, which is one of our southern states. You know, and like I said before, I've grown up in the South and everything. I've actually been to a lot of towns in Kentucky, but with all of the places down in Kentucky, do you have quite a few like very active places, or do you have a favorite place that you like to investigate in Kentucky?
Yeah, we do have a lot of active places. We got an active with the high school. We got an active middle school. There's a big history surrounding that, and we might be able to get in sometime this year. If that's
Oh, that would be awesome.
And we have the Shell County that all you hear about is different hauntings. To the Devil's House there. In Kentucky, my favorite place is Octagon Hall. That's not, and that's the first place Christina went, and I just threw her ass in the road.
Absolutely. And Octagon Hall, this is what is it, like an arena, or what is Octagon Hall?
Octagon Hall was built, I think I want to say between 1834 and 1837 by Andrew Jackson Caldwell, who was just a regular guy. And he had a family. Long story short, where he built the Octagon House, it's an 8-sided house, the Union and Confederate armies battled on that property.
Mm-hmm.
They also took the house over. He allowed them to come into the house. There's peepholes where you put your gun. But once the Confederates got in, they kept watching him because they thought he was a traitor.
Yeah.
So you got the death of his daughter there. She died. Well, she didn't die there, but she was burnt in the kitchen and died at a hospital. You got the death of his first wife before he even finished the house, didn't move in. Then you got tens of thousands of soldiers all over that property that died. And when you look out these windows, you swear to God something's running by, and you got to double look because you don't know if it's a peripheral or what it is. But this place is amazing, amazing. And the stuff, the evidence you get, we went in May and we still haven't gone through our evidence. But the 12 minutes of it that we've gone through is nonstop EVP.
Wow.
Amazing.
And when you get EVPs like that, when you're going to edit an episode and put everything together, when you go to edit these investigations and you have nonstop EVPs like this, how do you handle that? Like, do you highlight the most important EVPs, or do you try to get each and every single little EVP in there?
I don't try to get all the EVPs in there because I think too much is too much and I don't want to overkill.
Exactly.
And I also don't always put what is possibly heard because I want to hear what else someone else thinks they hear. I don't want to put a subliminal message in their ear. So a lot of times we put some videos on YouTube, and we're still new into the YouTube. I don't really per se put too much, hey, did you hear that? You know, throw on some earphones, listen to it, and drop a comment. Let me know what you hear. Give me the timestamp, and I'll go check it out.
Right. And so your platform, when you do your investigations, do you make them into episodes? Do you upload them to YouTube? How can people view your investigations?
They can go to Bad to the Bone Paranormal Researchers on YouTube. We're currently working on our page. What I do is I just take a video that we've taken, whether it's a live feed or a personal video, and if there's some stuff in it, I'll throw it up. If there's no stuff in it, I'll throw it up too, because you don't always.
Right.
We're not going to be that team that just puts up because we caught something.
Right. You know, today I was talking to one of our other team members, and we were talking about, because we just filmed this episode back in January, and we're putting everything together now. So I was going through all of my SD cards and everything last night to get all the footage and put it into the episode. Well, sometimes you'll have a few seconds that's on one clip. You know, you got a clip that's 5 seconds. Never delete that clip. Listen to the clip, watch the clip, because you might have found something in there. What we've talked about with Matt before, the paranormal consultant, is when you go to these investigations, so what if you don't get anything? You know, just being there. It's the point of being there and having a good time. And, you know, it's not all about the views. It's not about, you know, look, I found an apparition or something. It's just the point of being there, helping these clients, whether there is something there or there's not, and just you and your team having a good time. That's all there is to it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what we're about. And that's why when I put up YouTube videos, to engage. I don't want them to happen. Because if they're listening with earphones on for YouTube. And if they go out and do an investigation, they know how to do a real-time EVP. They know
Exactly. Exactly. Right. So Paranormal Consultant says, much love, too bad to the bone.
Thank you, Matt.
He also says, calm down, Brandon.
Brandon's like the lurker. He's just lurking.
No, I honestly think that, you're not going to get lots of activity on every investigation. I think there's going to be times where you run into a place where you're not going to have much.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay, because heard he's kind of weird. Who's kind of weird? This guy?
Lurker. I think he's talking about Lurker.
Oh, Lurker. Well, Lurker is pretty weird. But yeah, like what Brandon said is, exactly, you're not always going to find something. If you don't find anything yourself, maybe post it up, see if other people can see an orb, or they can hear a voice that's really faint or something, and maybe they can find something. However, if they don't find anything, that is not the point. The point is going to have a good time and doing this investigation, So that's why it's called an investigation. You're investigating to see if there's something is there. And if there's not, oh, well, you had a good time. That's all there is to it.
The other point of sharing the investigation is sharing the equipment. Because I taught Christina how to do real-time EVPs, and to get that headset and recorder from her is like going after a pit bull.
Right. Matt says the Matt guy is kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, he's kind of weird. Yeah.
He is a dork. We all know it. We love him, though.
Jesus is with you.
Irene says, I have found so many spirits in the week. I need a vacation. Dark ones, too.
You need to stage yourself, Irene.
Absolutely.
You're at your home.
Absolutely. Liz says, sometimes you can get something or not. The spirits will come out when they want to. That is so true. Irene says, you are so sweet, Brandon.
Oh, he's so sweet.
And she's grounded. So, Angelina and Christina, it is 2 days till Valentine's Day. What is usually your Valentine's tradition?
Well, we don't have one, and a lot of people don't know this, but Christina and I are fiancés. I've been in this for 5 years. I jumped on board a couple of years ago. And I want people to know, before I answer that when we work together on investigation, it's not about business, it's a business.
Yeah.
Treat it like a business.
Exactly.
So she's not on the team just because she's my girlfriend. She's on the team because we work well together. Right.
And that's the thing, well, hello. Well, I think somebody wants to join us here.
Hi, baby.
It is the star of the show. This is Raina, everybody.
Hi.
But yeah, I couldn't agree more with everybody. It's all fun, and like you said, treating the paranormal teams like they are an actual job. I absolutely love when team members treat it like it's their own job, because that shows me how dedicated they are and how much I can trust them.
Yes.
So it's sometimes with team members, it's a hit and miss. I can't say I've had a bad team member yet. I've had some great team members, some that are no longer with us, but they all had a reason to go, but I can't say I've had a horrible team member yet. Everybody's been awesome. So
lucky
I think that's the good part about having a good team is that you have people around that you get along with, and that you behind the scenes you're able to joke with them and everything else, and still be able to do good investigations and not have to worry.
Right.
So we have Matt with a great comment, and then we have him with not such a great comment. If you get anything or not, have fun, be yourself. Faking evidence is terrible, but faking yourself is worse.
Yep.
Couldn't agree more. That is great. But then he goes and messes up and says, puke on daddy. That is his catchphrase for everything.
No,
So yeah, this is the future. This is the future founder of Minnesota Spirit Hunters right here.
that's what we're hoping with her son. Carry on
Yes.
back. So,
And you know, it would be awesome, like 50 years in the future, to see this one right here running my team that I can no longer run. You know, that would be awesome. You know,
I mean,
but
I don't-
just
I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I'm still holding a camera in a wheelchair.
I'll be dead in 50 years because I'm about to be 50, but I'll be watching her son from heaven, making sure he's doing it right. So for Valentine's, we don't have a tradition. This year I'll be cooking some filet mignon with some beautifully baked potatoes. We got some Valentine's cookies here.
Ah,
You know,
yeah.
the other stuff we do is Christmas.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I know you guys were for your team planning a investigation at a really big investigation, and you were trying to sell the last few tickets for people to go investigate with you. How is that going?
Well, we're sold out, man. We sold out.
Are you? Good.
So we'll be
That's
going.
awesome.
We'll be going to the Ohio State Reformatory. A lot of people know it from the Shawshank Redemption movie. We'll be going there. We got 20 people. We have another couple of teams that are coming so that they can help out with the people who've never done it. We're going to separate them in cell blocks. I got some good plans for seclusion, include handcuffs and things like that. So, yeah, we're sold out. So we'll be going live from.
Well, you know, we can't wait to watch it. You know, it's going to be a good investigation with all of these people teaming up into one, becoming a big family, and doing what we do best. You know, it's all about each other in this field, and making sure that the clients are happy and the spirits are happy. You know, because sometimes we may be dealing with the spirit and not a client. You know, the spirit may be in need of help. You know, maybe crossing over, finding, you know, their happy place or something. You know, it all depends.
Yeah. It's a really big prison, and I've been there before, and it is nothing to play with.
Right.
There's a lot of death. Just in one block alone, 300 men caught on fire and had no way out.
Right.
People who haven't been here before, their mind is going to be blown.
Absolutely.
One person's going to leave by the time it's over.
Oh, yeah. And how long are you guys doing this investigation for?
6 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Oh, wow. So it's an overnight investigation.
Yeah, so we'll be, grouping in 3 groups, and 2 hours here learning this, 2 hours here learning that, and then letting everybody kind of take off on their own for the last 2 hours. We want to control it for noise contamination.
Absolutely. So when it comes to doing your investigation, one big rule for we have Jonathan Myers of Crossover Paranormal
Hey, John.
with us. Jonathan says, hey, y'all. We have Paranormal Consultants, that's Unity. Woo! And Irene says, yes, I agree. You have to be serious about what you are doing. And yeah, that is absolutely true. When it comes to the investigations, be serious about it. Take your job seriously, but not too seriously, because if you take your job too seriously, nobody's going to want to watch your stuff, because they're going to see, on our investigations, we're serious when we have to be. And then when the camera stops rolling, we're fun. We're goofy. We're joking around with each other. And then when the camera starts rolling again, we may catch a few bloopers on there because we're all acting like donkeys, because that's what it's like. So and we got Cara over here laughing because Cara is one of them.
Right. We have
love you, Cara. No, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Matt says, getting into some traffic. I'll catch up with you later. Much love to everyone. Well, thanks for joining, Matt. Appreciate it. See you later. Donna says, good evening from Toronto. Enjoy your night.
Oh, good evening from Canada. Thank you.
And Irene says, I don't know what's going on, but it's getting weird out there. What do you mean? What's going on? What's happening?
Where are you, Irene? You got the.
You got weird because Brandon's here. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, but seriously, so like in the near future, what can we expect to see from Bad to the Bone?
Well, I don't know. So many people want so much from us right now. I just, in the near future, first thing I want to do is make sure that my ladies are trained up. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're great researchers. I want them to become better. So that means moving on to learn about land property, how you find out about all that and everything. I want our team to know each other so well that Christine or Danielle know when Angelina's going to fart and they shut the camera off.
That would be awesome. Now, You know what? And we've talked about it on other podcasts before. Please make sure the camera's off because you might have to try to debunk whether it was ghosts or not farting.
Well, I call it out. I just say that was me Putin because I have no filter.
Just put it like right in the episode, right in like parentheses. That was Angelina farting.
Yeah, and you hear that on the recorders. That's Angelina. She won't pick up her damn feet. Oh, that's she keeps whispering.
But we're yeah. So and that's the thing too with editing. I like to be fun with it and put all of the EVPs up on screen so people can see what's being said. Because trying to listen to the investigation and make it out, you're not really gonna be able to figure it out all the time. But so I just put it all up there for everybody to see. So
right.
I think you froze. There you go. That's better.
It's trying to call in to go on another show. It's doing a show right now.
Right. So I do have one thing I want to ask you about. I was reading up on your bio that you sent me. You sent me all your bios. And I was reading up on yours, Angelina, and something really funny caught my attention.
Uh-oh.
And if I was to ask you about this, you could go on and on and on about it. How did you get started in the paranormal? It was a bet, maybe? Somebody bet at you or something?
I had moved to Ohio 4 years ago to Fish for Bass Pro, and I was sitting around with a bunch of friends, and they were watching Mo Sargi at Brushy Mountain Prison or whatever.
Yeah.
You guys really believe in that ghost shit? You're so stupid. Like, I'm Catholic. Rest in peace. Like, oh, there's a haunted school down the street. You should come. I'm like, let's freaking go. Let's go. I got something on the camera, looked at my phone, re-looked at it several million times, threw it against the wall, went back to the school I trespassed at the next day and said, hey, I trespassed here. You can call the cops on me, but look what I got on my camera.
Yeah.
A month later, I was having a hard time where I was staying, acclimating to Ohio, coming from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So the school asked me if I wanted to move in there for a little while, and I stayed there for 8 months. The paranormal with hundreds of different teams of people.
And that's how Bad to the Bone became?
That's how Bad to the Bone became. The name came from the Dollar General. I had to go buy hats and gloves one day because we were chopping wood at the school to keep it warm.
Yeah.
We had 2 hats and 2 pairs of gloves, and they said Bad to the Bone, and I said Bad to the Bone Paranormal, and that's how my team started.
Yeah. Wow. And you know what? It's a really catchy name for a team. Like just so somebody was walking by with a hat that said Bad to the Bone on it. And you took that from the hat and you put it into a team name, Bad to the Bone Paranormal. It's that easy. And you got a catchy name for the team too. So I like that. That's a good story.
Thank you. We get a lot of people say, oh, we thought you guys were guys. No, we just know how to brand.
Exactly. It's all about the branding. You got to know what you do. You got to know what you're doing.
Sometimes I won't lie though. Sometimes we're not bad to the bone. We're scared to the bone.
Cara says I left a wee rosebud in there for you.
What's a rosebud?
Yeah, what is a wee rosebud?
Like a tiny rosebud?
What?
I made that comment when you were talking about ghost farts.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. The name was meant to be. It's awesome. It fits. But yeah, we can all be scared to the bone one of these days, you know.
It kind of makes it easier too having a name like that because we're the logo type. We're not the type that wears team sweatshirts and all that.
Yeah.
It kind of helps with not having logos. It's like the word McDonald's, Bad to the Bone is a song, and we get that a lot. Bad to the bone. We're like, yeah, here we come.
Not even gonna lie. When I opened this podcast, I really thought about playing that song. Really thought about it. It was like really close to me doing it. So luckily my internet was acting up and I didn't play it. So
I think from now on when we do podcasts, we're gonna request Bad to the Bone be played, and we are the champions at the end.
Yes, you got to do it. No, but I've been thinking about some really cool things with our team in the future. But it's all about what we have going on right now. I know you guys are super busy with Bad to the Bone, and it's just every single day it's nonstop because you may be almost done with everything, then you get another case. So non to the bone. Wow. And yeah, it's nonstop, and you're just busy, and you got to try to find time for other stuff. But working in the field, you got to know when enough is enough, and don't schedule events on top of events on top of events, and because it gets tiring after a while. Working in the paranormal field can drain you very easily, so you just got to know when enough is enough. So
yeah, for me, I'm trying to learn that now. When is enough? And it's so hard because I've had other team members that had to kick off because of taking evidence. And having 2 new team members and then trying to teach them and do everything I got to do and then keep ourselves relevant out there. I'm getting lost in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it might cause a problem at home, and so there's going to be a compromise. I'm going to have to take maybe a month off here and there and just stop to break.
Yep.
It does. It gets very consuming, but
absolutely.
Once your team starts learning and moving up, that pressure starts coming right off.
Absolutely. Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. So we have this thing, and you guys have probably heard of it. If you know Matt, everybody's probably heard of it. Para-Unity Day, and that is in September 26th and 27th. Have you guys heard of this event, Para-Unity Day?
We have, and unfortunately, we cannot make it because we'll be at Randolph doing a World Cup Ghost Hunt prior.
There you go. Yeah, you're going to be a part of the World's Largest Ghost Hunt 2022, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here.
Well, the reason that I bring Bad to the Bone, of course I bring you guys up. You're my guest tonight. But the reason I bring up Para-Unity Day is because you have recently signed up to become a partner for the P3 program, which is tied up with Para-Unity Day and all that. And you have basically joined the family of the P3 program. So I wanted to take a minute, broadcast the short P3 video, and get all of these teams recognized here. All right. So I'm going to get over there to it. And here is the new P3 video. Enjoy. Oh, yeah.
That was
we
awesome.
are back. We are back.
That was awesome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it took a lot of work to make that, to put everything together. So Brandon and I, during the break, were talking about, well, actually right before it ended, we were wondering, do you guys ever use like a deer cam to set up and see what you can get afterwards?
No.
No?
I'd rather go there, listen, and chase it down. I'm trying to watch hours of no.
I was hearing a weird noise. I was wondering what it was. It's the baby. So speaking of like equipment, what kind of equipment do you usually go for?
Me personally, I use my phone a lot. The digital those are kind of my two favorite things, but I also really like the portal too. I use that a lot.
Absolutely.
I like the portal. I'm big on ET. I studied, debunked, learned all that stuff for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I'm old school. Give me my phone. My camera's good enough on it.
Yeah.
And hook to it. Give me some earphones and I'm off and running. But when I do use the bike, I love the REM pod. I love the SMS. There's a few other ones I like too. I'm not a big believer in the dowsing rods until recently when Susan from Oldham County Paranormal did an experiment with Christina and she blindfolded her and she stood behind her and she would say, if there's a spirit with us, move the dowsing rod this way over her head. So you could, if it went that way, Christina wouldn't know to go that way. Or so. Other than that, you know, the devices are a little. I don't trust them really. You know how to keep them correctly, and you repeat the sequence over again.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do that, but I do have time to listen and catch video and audio.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so when we talk about equipment, do you guys go through Jesse or how do you supply your equipment?
I am a firm Ghost Stop girl.
We got a lot of equipment from Ghost Stop. It's awesome equipment.
I feel bad because a lot of people have been hitting us up about selling equipment. But once I stay with a brand, I stay with that brand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it lies. And I recently just got in an argument with somebody about it. And theirs are $50 more than theirs are.
Right.
That can block me. So
well, see, the thing is when it comes to Ghost Stop, they have some very unique equipment. However, if you want like your essential equipment, like your laser grid pin, your spirit box, and all of that, Ghost Stop is the place to be. Now, if you were into going both ways and you wanted some equipment that you can't find anywhere, that's when you go to Jesse. We use a lot of Jesse's equipment. His equipment is really unique. You can't get his equipment everywhere. However, there is some equipment that we all need. You know, we need our spirit box. The laser grid pin is awesome to have. That's when you go to Ghost Stop. Ghost Stop has a lot of unique and natural equipment that, you know, everything you're actually going to need. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, Ghost Stop has some pretty cool stuff.
I'm not opposed to getting equipment from anybody else, but if I don't know your brand, try it first. I'll try it first, and if it works out well, I'll buy it.
Exactly.
Send it right back.
Right.
You know?
Right. Absolutely. And you know, actually, before I forget, you had sent me a couple of videos, and I have one of them here. I'm going to play that and then see if you can elaborate on what was going on a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Curious to know what everybody thinks we got.
That's so uncool because it's too freaking MNSpiritCast. I thought it was that I didn't get it.
So let me know what you all heard. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Wow. Okay. So there was a lot going on in those few seconds. A lot of voices were being heard. Yes, I did hear a male voice. I didn't know. I couldn't make out what he said though.
So that was 4 years ago at Post Town. We had a girl versus boys, and I was hanging out with Rat Paranormal and Kristen. So the girls, we took off and we went to school, and the boys went to the basement, and we said, okay, let's see who gets evidence. Hour later, we go down and I'm playing it, and I'm thinking, okay, what did we just do up there? So there was 4 of us girls. There was a first fighter on the desk. And one of the girls, I think, what is that? Oh my God, that's creepy. Who'd put that on the desk or whatever? And then when we're listening to it, I think what the male voice says is, then what are you looking at it for? That's what he said.
Okay.
But that audio, I made the biggest mistake of my life because it was my first time working with a digital. We had an hour of that, and you can hear a man for the whole hour. I have the actual video though, so that's cool.
Wow. And we're gonna have to catch that video from you sometime. Is it posted up anywhere or?
It's not, but I'll post it soon. Not up yet.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now, I was talking to you not a while ago, actually, really recently. But there is a right. There is a very good chance that maybe Minnesota Spirit Hunters and Bad to the Bone will be meeting up in the future, huh?
We hope so.
Possibility. So I don't want to disclose much to anybody because we all want it to be a surprise, but we'll be at the Scottsburg, Indiana cemetery called Scottsburg Cemetery. Simple name. And it's a possibility that maybe our team's going to collide with Bad to the Bone and give you guys a really killer episode. That should be really awesome.
Yeah.
Super
and Brandon,
cool.
you need to stop swearing if you're the video guy.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I kept saying, Angelina, stop swearing. I said, I'm freaking scared. Don't tell me to stop swearing. It's just popping in my mouth.
Where was this at?
This was at the school, but I'm not going to mention the TV show I was doing because they wanted me to come out of a room screaming just for effect. So I didn't sign my contract.
Right. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. And out of all of the investigations that you did so far, what seems to be your favorite investigation?
Well, and I think Michael will just.
Well, mine will forever probably be Oscar Hall. I learned a lot that night. Going for the first time, I learned a lot about myself, about the people that I was with. I learned about warning signs. I learned a lot of stuff, so that will probably forever be in my memory.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
You learn what it's like when someone gets possessed.
Yeah.
Right.
What a great investigation.
That was terrifying. It was terrifying, and there were so many more people there that were more experienced than me. But everybody just kind of looked at everybody like, "What do we do?" And everybody just kind of looked at me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." But okay, I'll
right.
Get her out of the house. Get her out of the house.
Yeah. Right. Understandable. Yeah. And what about you, Angelina?
Well, I'm going to say Bel Air House. And the funny thing is, I lasted an hour in there because I was the first one to go in on a blind walkthrough. And I started in the basement, and something happened to me, and I don't want to care about it. So I sat in the car for about 12, 13 hours. That's my scariest place ever.
Wow.
And I will never go again. I will make.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Nope.
Well, you know what? If we go, then you have to go. I'm calling dibs on you going if we go.
I will be out there.
What about you, Brandon? What's your favorite place that we've been to?
For now, I would have to say probably Boyd.
And you haven't been with many investigations with Minnesota Spirit Hunters yet, but outside of Minnesota Spirit Hunters, what would be your favorite? Outside or inside altogether? Still Boyd or?
Like outside of Minnesota Spirit Hunters would be... yeah, there's a little dead-end road that's not too far from our house that has a crap ton of activity. And like every time I've been down there, it's just nuts.
And we were actually over there today, and within the half hour to hour or so that we were down there, we got a lot of stuff. So, yeah, really cool place. But I have to say my favorite place that we've been to, well, I didn't get to go, but my favorite altogether was Edinburgh Manor over in Monticello, Iowa. We will be scheduling another episode over in Edinburgh Manor. You are absolutely invited. If you want to attend, you are invited. You just got to travel down here.
Up here.
Or up here. Sorry, up here. No, but that place was awesome. But if it has to be where I've been, I'd have to say Ripley's, believe it or not, was my favorite. A lot of fun.
Where was it?
Ripley's, believe it or not. I want to go there so bad.
We went to the one over in Wisconsin Dells, and they got this head up on the very top floor. It's actually a real head of the Dusseldorf vampire named Peter Curtin. Yeah.
Oh my God, I got it.
And they let you in to go investigate?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, we need to set something up. How many rooms do you have at your house?
Oh my God.
I got 2 rooms.
That's awesome.
Wow.
No, but so from our house, it's actually a 4-hour drive because we live in Mora, Minnesota, and then we went to Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, and it was a 4-hour drive. Our investigator, Kendra, was 8 months pregnant, about to pop, and it's super hot, and it was absolutely crazy, but it was a great investigation. So you go over there. Yeah, it was crazy, but you know, it was a great episode. So definitely a good place to go.
Yeah, well, hey, I knew you could do that. I've been to a lot of the Ripley's, believe it or not. I wasn't into investigating then, or I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I've been into a lot of crazy places.
Oh, it's absolutely nuts up there. It wouldn't be the most active place that we've been to, but it's definitely one of the best that we've been to. So it would have been a lot better if they wasn't open during our investigation. It'd been better if we could have done an overnight closed investigation. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though. So I could say that.
Well, I guess after hearing what you guys say are your favorite places, I guess when you guys come back in June, we're going to have to take you to Octagon and Randolph.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Let you guys decide.
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, you know we're going to be into whatever. You already know.
We were just at Randolph 2 weeks ago, and it was nothing nice. I actually physically got sick and very petrified when we left to go to the main part of the building. And I don't get scared like that, but I was so petrified.
Yeah.
I was calling over the radio, and the girls weren't hearing the radio, but somebody else was all the way at the other end of the hallway.
What?
It took me about 5 or 6 call outs before anybody got it, and there was nothing wrong with the radios. So in that night, it literally felt like something was following us all night. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, all 3 girls, we did an EVP, and we got a man talking the whole time we're doing a 5-minute EVP.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is absolutely crazy. Wow. Huh.
We're going to guys there. They have to go to Randolph. You must go to Randolph.
All right. Well, you must take us to Randolph.
One of you is getting put in Ida's room, and one of you is getting put in a jail cell.
I call the cell.
I'm the cameraman, so I'll end up probably being in both.
I know, who would pick the jail cell?
I'm definitely choosing the jail cell.
Lisa.
Yeah. I ain't afraid of nothing. Nothing at all.
It's definitely the easiest because there's a window, so there is some light that comes in. But if you're in the room in the basement, you're stuck. You're stuck in the black.
Let's go. I'll take the basement then. No, knowing me, dude, probably 2.5 minutes through, I'd probably be pounding on the door to let me out.
It's hard. Even like we tried to sit in here as a team a couple of weeks ago, and we heard something from the morgue. So we crossed the hallway, and I sat in the chair, and I started talking to Ida, who was a woman that supposedly killed herself. They don't know if she did it or someone did it. But I sat in the chair, and I was just getting angry, and I got a bad headache. And I said, I got to get up and walk away because I wanted to go off on everybody there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was prior to that, so it's just something about that room. And when we ask questions about Ida, we start getting answers. But the last few times we've been, people haven't been too creative and been quiet or interrupt, so we haven't got what we needed.
Yeah.
And I think prior to me going through that, we got the word. We asked if Ida was here. We got the word hung, and that's what.
Wow. Huh. That sounds absolutely crazy.
Prior to that, we were walking down the double door. The doors are hinged together. They're heavy. We opened the door to walk through. All of a sudden, we're walking, and we hear something. We look behind us, and the door closed on us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, that's a deal that I just did today. It's not out, but I did put door closing because you really got to put your earphones on so you can hear it. The ground, something closed that on us.
Right. Wow. Exciting. Sounds like a cool place to be. Heck yeah. Okie dokie. Huh. Well, Brandon, do you have any questions for Bad to the Bone?
Oh, Brandon's still with us?
Oh, he's here.
He's quiet like me.
What would be your most scary experience?
He was here at Octagon Hall, and I watched the possession for the first time in my life. That was terrifying. Right when I thought it was over, and we all went back inside, it started all over.
Wow. What about yours, Angelina? You don't get scared, do you?
No, I get scared. I don't show it to my team too much, but I think they know when I say, "You guys go do what you got to do." No, you guys, I want you to go do this, and I'll be shortly. They know I'm scared.
You think I just heard a confession?
Yeah.
Enjoy that. She doesn't do it often.
No.
Ah, okay. You are just opening up on the MNSpiritCast, huh?
I know you guys got me opening up. Oh my God. I don't know. I've had so many scary moments. And I would have to say it would be testing myself too, because I don't remember. I remember what I was told, but I don't remember doing the things they said I did. I don't remember telling my African friend to get out of the house and hung there. I don't remember standing in front of a Confederate flag with my arms behind my back like a soldier. I don't remember talking the way they said I was talking, and they were saying, I kept saying, I can't leave no soldier behind. I don't remember none of that. I remember fixating on my research about a soldier, and that was my goal. But that was the scariest moment ever because I 45 minutes, I don't know. That's something that I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to remember.
Right. Wow.
In front of everybody, and everybody was doing their own thing that they weren't paying attention.
No secrets.
She took her protection off in front of everybody, and everybody was just like, okay, I'm paying attention. And I'm like, should I do that too? And I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And shortly after, exactly when it happened.
I like
wow.
You know, I like to push the envelope. I like to try and experiment new theories. And I saw Jack Osborne do that at Bobby Mackey's. And I said, you know, not much is really happening here. And the minute I took that off, I think the whole night just went, whoop.
Yeah.
It went
Wow.
Canyon, Oldham County Paranormal. Apparently, she wanted to grab the 9mm in the middle of the table and just shoot me.
Whoa. Whoa. Someone looks embarrassed over here.
Yeah, you know.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Wow.
Hey,
And where did you say this place was?
Octagon Hall.
Octagon Hall. Oh, we definitely got to go there in June. We have to. Why don't we just like skip the Scottsburg Cemetery and go there?
Well, how far is this cemetery from Winchester, Indiana?
That's a good question. It's about, you know where New Albany is, right? Oh, well, it's, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to look it up and let you know.
Are you looking for your phone?
Yeah.
It's over here on the floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'll have to look it up and let you know. But honestly, we can hit 2 in 1. I don't care. Up to you.
We would love to go with you guys to the cemetery, but I, for religious purposes, don't do cemeteries.
Okay. Oh, that works for me then. Let's go to Octagon Hall then.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, have it ready because we'll be ready.
I think it's always ready. Apparently, the next night they had a group in there, and 4 people got affected, and they had to shut it down. They had to shut everything down.
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah. Bring your big boy group. Big boy group.
Wow. Well, so does anybody watching right now, we still have 3 people on with us. Does anybody have any questions for Bad to the Bone? If you don't get your questions out now, you can message Bad to the Bone on Facebook. You guys have an email.
Yeah, we have a Bad to the Bone Paranormal at Gmail. They can reach out to one of the team members or myself on Facebook. Start reaching out to my team members.
You guys have a website?
We don't have a website. I don't think we're
Right. Okay.
If people go to linktree.com and type in Bad to the Bone Paranormal, they can take up all social media.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Heck
You
yeah.
guys should look into that. It's really good. Really good. You can just post it up and it has all of your links to all your media.
And I believe I have the link to your, and let me actually look here. I believe I have the link to your Facebook and to your YouTube linked in the description right now. So people are going to be able to go over to your Facebook, catch you on there, and catch you on YouTube as well. We do have a question for you. What is the best recorded evidence you've caught?
Oh, shit. Wow. I'm going to let Christina go first because she just recently caught her very first physical evidence of a ball moving. So I'm going to let her go first.
Let's know that.
Yeah, so I decided it was actually the first time that I really ever went off on myself.
No, it's not. Prior to that, I said, who's going to seclude themselves in a jail cell? And they know me, so she volunteered right away, and she did that first.
Ah.
But I went, we were at Rudolph, and I went, and I just had 3 balls set up, trying to play with them and get them to interact. And I didn't see anything happen. I didn't see the balls move. I didn't see anything. And we came home the following day. I watched that video back, and to this day, when it was pushed.
Wow.
So it was pretty.
That's
cool.
awesome. That's your very first recorded evidence, huh?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Props to you on that.
Thank you.
She was so happy with the and
yeah.
I said, these are the rewards that you get, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, but I was more proud of her for secluding herself. He's someone who's very
Absolutely.
afraid. I'm always telling my team members, whatever you need to conquer in life, you can conquer through paranormal. So if you're afraid of the dark, I'm going to put you in the dark. I'm going to make you conquer that and understand that you're going to be okay. You know, so I was proud of her. I was so proud.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we do have more questions for you, but if you have some best recorded evidence.
Oh, yes. So there's a gentleman that I learned from. There's so many people I learned from. His name is Steve Dunn. And he had a portal box in one of the classes that we were at a school. And we had sitting on top.
I don't want to cut you off, but I'm going to run to the bathroom quick. Brandon will be here. Sorry for cutting you off.
Make sure that you put the lid down.
You don't know me, okay?
What you saying? Put the lid down, man. We saw the book.
Yes, mother.
So we had a desk and we put a REM pod on it. And it's about, in the video, it looks like I'm right on top of it, but that's the video. I was about 4 feet away. And every time I got up, the REM pod went off. I'd sit down, I would get up, it would go off again. So eventually what I did was I picked up my chair, held it to my butt, and walked around the room, and then I let it off my butt, and the REM pod went ridiculous. It went on for a while. It went on for a long while, and it did the same thing with Steve Dunn. We switched up. We tried the same patterns. And that, I think, is the best evidence ever. It was a brand new classroom we just cleaned out. And I think that was the best ever. And I was petrified. Like, okay, if I'd be halfway up and it would go off, and I didn't know if I could sit, if I could stand or run. But yeah, I think that's my best evidence ever. What's yours, Brandon? I'd like to know what yours is. If you're a camera guy, you see a lot more than we do.
One of the scariest ones recently was when we were investigating Boyd House. There was a REM pod cat that we had set up, and I just literally stepped out of the room. I heard it go off, came back in, it swiveled the camera, and I got the cat going off 2 more times. Marcus was in the room, my wife Cara was in the room, and then another investigator, Calista, was in the room, and we're all sitting there looking at this thing going off. And then all of a sudden stops, and none of us really moved right away. And then we both walked over to try to take a look at it and figure everything out. And of course, it went off as soon as we got to it. But that was one of the most recent ones. Because the REM pod stuff. That stuff doesn't go off unless you're like right over the top of it.
Exactly.
Or if the batteries are dying. I think when people don't realize the batteries are dying.
Oh my gosh! With our laser grid pin, we were up in the attic at the Boyd house, and we were trying to get this laser grid pin going so we could point it in one of the dark rooms in the back. And we were sitting like in front of that dark room. Every time we put a freaking battery in that laser grid pin, Brandon would come over to radio. Marcus, can you grab more batteries?
Wow.
Thing was going dead within under 2 minutes.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
left and right.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is lurking on us. Lurker is here.
Oh, hey, Lurker.
We do have more questions for Bad to the Bone. We have, do you use any phone apps?
Yes, we do.
The portal.
We use a portal. Firm believer in the portal. We also use it's called ghost hunting tool.
Yeah.
So it kind of got an meter, and then it types out.
We use that as well.
I love that. That is legitimate as you can get. I asked about Ida the other day, and it says hang. Where did that word come from? So those are the only 2 we use, and we're slowly getting into I'm Puerto Rican. I can't say it right.
Necrophonics, yep.
We're slowly getting into that a little bit.
Yeah. So we use this app called GhostVox, VOX, V as in violin, GhostVox, and it's basically a spirit box. But when it comes to this app, it doesn't have all that static in there. So when something comes through, you can actually hear it really good. And if you watch our episode that's coming out on March 13th or March 12th, you'll see all of the EVPs in that episode are caught with this app. It's a really good phone app.
Oh, you'll have to inbox me the name of that. We'll check it
Absolutely. I will get that over to you because it's absolutely a great app. It is a free app where you can just listen to the EVPs as they come in. However, if you pay a subscription for it, which is really cheap, you are able to record up to, how long is it, Cara?
I think you're able to record. She's done ones that are been over an hour long.
Wow.
So you're actually able to record, get footage on there with the EVPs coming in at the same time. There's no static whatsoever.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to check that out. Sometimes it's like I like the apps that work on my phone as opposed to carrying devices, because I carry an extension cord and my phone is not going to die because I'm going to plug that sucker in.
And I just put in the comments there for everybody to see. It's called Ghostbox. And it's a really awesome app, and I definitely think it'll be a good asset to your equipment. So
Hi, Christine, Mom. Sorry.
We do have a couple more questions here for you. Cara says, have you ever had something follow you back from an investigation? What did you do about it?
I have, yes. And that was when I trespassed. The next morning when I got up, I went from the bedroom to across the hall to the bathroom, and I watched an apparition of a little girl walk down the stairs.
Wow.
I called the school and I said, hey, this is what I did. I texted you guys to this video, and I think there's somebody here with me.
Wow.
I was told what to do, how to have it leave my home. I think that's the only time I've ever had something follow me. It's hard to tell living where we live because we live on a Battle of Richmond where thousands of soldiers died. So we get a little activity. Do you feel like anything followed you home?
No, I can say that I
Awesome. One small tip for you guys about this Ghostbox app. If you don't upload it onto something soon after recording, it will corrupt your videos. So I suggest maybe recording a video, upload it to a private YouTube channel or something, or an SD card or whatever, and then go back and record another video so you don't lose anything.
That's a smart idea. That's why we have a laptop, so when we record, we can just put the SD card in.
See, that's what we do on investigations. We have specific spots set up for our base where we do all the technology and everything. So once an SD card gets full, we'll run it to base. We'll transfer everything to my computer, and then that SD card will be empty for use again. And I'll have all the files right on my computer. So that's the good thing about having your computer at base where you keep all your equipment and stuff. So
and extra battery packs and extra walkies and
and extra batteries. We have a container of batteries this big, maybe bigger. We have a ton of batteries, and they're all mixed together. Because trust me, in the paranormal investigation field, you freaking need batteries. I'm just telling you that. Batteries are essential.
Absolutely.
Lurker says, what was the funniest moment you had where you thought it was paranormal? Oh boy.
So that was a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago at Randolph.
Okay.
I'm in the room. The vortex keeps going on. I'm trying to debunk. Very skeptic. I'm always skeptic. And I forgot I had my earphones on and was still trying to pee. All of a sudden, my pee fell out of my pocket, and I thought something grabbed me.
Oh, boy.
But nobody was helping me. They were all looking at me. And then when I realized what it was, they all decided it was. So that's on video. We threw that on the TikTok.
Lovely. Yep, just pick on your founder. I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But you guys are awesome for throwing all these questions out for Bad to the Bone.
Yeah.
We will definitely have to get you guys back on this show. Just having you guys on here was a big pleasure. You know, I recently learned about you guys through Matt, actually. And the second that I heard about Bad to the Bone, I'm like, I need them on my show. You know, and you guys actually wasn't scheduled until May. You guys were supposed to be on here in May. Well, we had a dropout from the show, and so I got you guys to be able to move further up. And I'm so glad that we were able to get you on here. It's been a lot of fun.
We felt so privileged that you had called and moved our date up, and we're privileged to be on your show. We
absolutely. And you know what? And this isn't the last time. We already got a plan for season 3, because this is season 2, and we got all the episodes planned out already. Season 3, we are going to probably strictly focus on the P3 program. And each episode of MNSpiritCast season 3 is going to be each one of the P3 members, whether it's supporters, founders, or partners. So I definitely want you guys to come back on. I think it would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, coming on tonight was really fun hearing about your future investigations and stuff. So with that being said, do you have questions for us about our team?
We do. How long have you all been a team together?
So we opened up Minnesota Spirit Hunters in August of 2020. And since then, I went through a lot of different team members. The only original team members from 2020 that we have is 3 of us. There's only 3 originals, and we have 9 members right now.
Wow.
So we went through a lot of different team members, but with the foundation that we're on right now with our team members, I'd say pretty close to 9-10 months that I've had everybody originally right now.
Yeah, when you send me the picture, because I'm working on a nice little thing for you, I was like, Jesus, 9 people. What the hell? How many people are in the team?
Yep, 9 people. And so 2 of the people are camera people. And then we have, I believe, 2 mediums and 1 in training. Me as the founder, Lisa is our lead investigator. And so everybody has a role. And 9 people seems a little bit obsessive, like a lot of people. However, on an investigation, it is very, what do you want to say? It's not overwhelming. That's the thing. Like having all of the people on the team is, if you need something and somebody is unavailable, you have somebody. Or and everybody has their own role.
Right. And then you can spread everybody out. So you're not one part all night long and have to
exactly.
It's nice being able to split up into 2 different teams, because then you're being able to cover a lot of ground at once. And with carrying walkies, you can always stay in contact with each other, and you're always able to make sure that everybody's okay, nobody's getting hurt, nobody's going off and doing something they're not supposed to be doing, all that kinds of stuff.
Absolutely.
I like scaring people on the walkie. I'd be like, oh, they've been pretty quiet. Hey, what are you all doing?
You got me good.
Oh, that's nothing, because we were on this investigation at the Boyd house, and it came to that time of night. I believe it was 4 in the morning or so.
Yeah.
Something like that. And we all started to, useless, a spirit steals your walkie button. That's funny. We were on this investigation at the Boyd house, and Cara and Brandon go to sleep because, taking up a little rest before a certain time, and fell asleep with their walkie laying behind them or whatever. And it was all in one piece. Woke up, and the button from that walkie was laying on the kitchen table. Like, it got taken out of the walkie, carried to the next room, and laid on the table. On top of her wallet, too. Like, where she would probably look for it. But why it got there and how it got there, I don't know.
But the spirit brought it over and said, you need a new button.
Well, exactly.
Boyd also has a lot of children's spirits in it, so I think what it was is somebody was playing with something and accidentally broke it and went, "Oh crap,"
and didn't know how to fix it. Right? Exactly. Lurker is right. I did get picked on by child spirits. Right when the spirit box started rolling, we had spirit call us dorks and idiots right away. You guys can catch this episode on our YouTube. It's a really long episode, which we're going to be revamping it to make it a little shorter for people's entertainment so they can watch it. But right as that spirit box started rolling, dorks, idiots, like, wow. Like those spirits, and Lurker hasn't been able to let it go. He keeps picking on me for it. So
that's funny. That's funny. I love child spirits. They're the funnest.
Oh, absolutely. And there was this little crawl space at Boyd House too, and me and Lisa were sitting in there doing a SB11 session, SB11 spirit box or whatever. And or was that Cara and Rochelle? I think they were doing something, and little child spirit sneaked up behind them or whatever. So yeah, it's crazy. The activity is nonstop, never a dull moment ever.
Well, we definitely got to go check that out.
I don't have a question, but I do want to tell you, beginning of when you first started the podcast, I've seen that little carousel. That thing is awesome.
That's from
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that is our sponsor's newest piece of equipment. And I don't know if you guys know about Paranormal in the Funhouse with Brandon. So it's kind of based off of the Funhouse. And yeah, it's really cool. It's got a REM pod, motion detection, and one other thing I can't remember. But
so motion,
music, right?
Yep.
Music.
So when something walks past it, the motion detection is going to pick it up and start playing music.
Wow.
So yeah, really cool. I definitely think we're going to be getting that here soon. So
I think she's already she's just going to order it. I already see it in the eyes.
Hey, code MNSH, you'll get 10% off.
Okay, I got you.
No, but seriously, it was great having you guys on here. I definitely want to get you guys back on here because it's been an absolute pleasure. And we have lots more to talk about. We're not done yet. So definitely got to schedule another one with you guys.
Definitely. And we appreciate you. We appreciate everyone who's been asking us to be on podcast. We're not about station fame. We're not about views. We're about getting the word out there that there's life after death to people who used to be more afraid to do this, or I don't even watch horror movies, none of that. So that's what we're about. And because of people like you who do the podcast and invite us in, we're able to get our word out, and we appreciate you.
Absolutely. There's one more thing that I want to tell you ladies. Cara said you should tell them about the EMF moving to the beat of the music at Boyd House. So we had Team A and Team B. I was running Team A, and Lisa was running Team B. So we're down in the basement, and Lisa's up in the attic, and I got Brandon, Cara, and Calissa. Well, we were sitting down there, and we had the camera rolling and whatever, and all of a sudden, something comes through and said they want to listen to music, I think. So we put on some older music like Elvis Presley or whatever, because that's what they wanted to hear. And then that music starts playing, and clear as day, it comes through and says Christianity. Clear as day. So we put on some Christian music of the same generation, the same, year or whatever. And then we put our K2 down on the table. Well, it starts flashing to the beat of the music. The K2 meter was going with
up
the
and
music.
down.
Up and down with the music. So I believe we were playing Jailhouse Rock by Elvis. And it was just going with the music nonstop. Every word that was said was going up and down on the K2 meter.
It was like somebody was kind of in the chair, kind of like dancing to the music.
Yep.
Did you guys catch that on video?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's on the episode on YouTube.
Oh, we're gonna check that out after we're done here.
I can.
I have a question for Brandon before we go.
Sure.
So it's hard for us to videotape each other. You know, it's a hard thing to do. It's hard to do other stuff. If I was a videographer on my team, what would I be looking for?
Sorry, I had dogs barking here. Sorry. Videotaping each other, it's kind of hard to do unless you have somebody that's like dedicated to actually like just going and videotaping. Right. One good way is like tripods. You can set your phone up on a tripod, and then 2 or 3 of you can be standing in front of it. Right. And you can catch activity that's behind you, and you can be talking and everything. Another way is one of the easiest ways that I have found is you can get these things that you can put your phone in. They've got a handle on them. You can carry them around with you, and then some of them will extend, and you can actually like extend it and like look behind you and talk to people behind you and like the whole 9 yards.
But so we do that with the selfie sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
The dog. If we wanted to put someone such as yourself, a videographer, on our team, what do we look for in that person?
Camera person, I mean, you're going to want somebody that's going to be patient, and they really got to pay attention to try to get like the best angles. Because, when you're setting up a camera, you want to be able to get, almost the whole entire room into the one camera. If you're setting up a camera that's going to stay in that area, that way the whole room's covered. You see anything come in, you see anything go out, the whole 9 yards. Another thing, well, like I was saying, is patience, because, being a cameraman, I mean, you're walking around behind everybody else, and, you're seeing everything in front of you, but you can't see anything behind you because it's pitch black. And there's been many of times where I'm sitting there filming, and and it's like, yeah, okay, I feel you. You're there. And I mean, it's hard to keep holding the camera and keep focused when you're feeling that, because it's like, you can't just drop the camera and run.
Yeah, I think Christina understands that, because she was videotaping. She's like, it's awfully black back there, But
yep.
A lot of teams they have videographers on their team. And teetering between whether we should get one or not, or whether we should, because I used to do music videos, if I should just take that time and teach my team, but at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm them. So,
Right, exactly.
Being a cameraman isn't extremely hard. It's just, like I said, finding the right angles, being patient, and being able to stay chill even when, you've got lots of activity going on around you.
Yeah.
Because as they're doing their sessions and they're talking and whatnot, there's times where, I mean, you feel stuff behind you, or you see things through the camera that are behind them or next to them, and it's one of those things. You just got to be able to kind of stay chill, and it's not extremely hard to do. It's just like I was saying, be patient, stay chill.
Yep.
I remember the first time someone gave me their SLS, and I figured out the mirror part, and then I saw all these little creatures or stick people sitting in these chairs. It freaked me out, and I almost dropped it. And I was like, he goes, "This is $300." I said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. I think one of the next things I'm probably going to save up for and try to get it would probably be a thermal cam. Is probably what I'm going for next.
Yeah, I would really love to get the flare. I mean, it's expensive though. It's so expensive.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. We definitely appreciate it. Like I said, definitely want you guys to come back on the show. It's been a lot of fun with you guys.
Absolutely. And I'll get that project done for you about a week or two. I've got something else.
Take your time. Take your time. And definitely check out that Ghostbox app and let me know what you think about it on your next investigation or whatever. You could just be sitting in your house or whatever and turn it on, and boom, you get responses. And the best thing is that it is not doing a radio sweep. It's absolutely quiet. There's no radio sweep, no static, no nothing. It's only voices that come through. That's it.
And sometimes you get like disembodied voices where you can't really tell what they're saying. It's blah, it's, you know what I mean.
Speaking of that, and I don't mean to keep us longer, but now that's the scariest thing for me is disembodied voices. We got a disembodied voice prior to the hung and the going in Ida's room, and that's what got into me. And I was done after that. Can't handle
it. Exactly. Absolutely. All right, ladies. Well, you guys have yourselves a great night. Ladies and gentlemen watching the show right now, Bad to the Bone Paranormal, Angelina and Christina. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been a lot of fun with you guys.
You want me to twerk?
Twerking for us.
Do that.
Well, you guys were a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we definitely can't wait to have you back.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys. Well, that was Bad to the Bone Paranormal, Angelina and Christina. A lot of fun. Best show. I can't say the best because they've all been great. One of the greatest shows that we've did. Two amazing women. Next time, hopefully, we can get their third team member, Danielle, on the show with us. Last but not least, one more shout out to dsghost.com, Jesse Stewart, 10% off of your order using code MNSH for some awesome equipment. Brandon, for being my co-host tonight, absolutely appreciate it, man. You guys can catch our commercial of season 1, episode 5, Pine City Poltergeist, and that will air on February 26th. And then the episode of Pine City Poltergeist will be March 12th at 7 p.m. Central Time, I do believe. So for now, that's all we have. Next week, we have the man himself, Jesse Stewart, with special co-host Cara. She will be our co-host next week. Going to be a lot of fun. Jesse's going to show off a lot more equipment that you may not have seen yet, but you get to hear everything from our sponsor himself, Jesse Stewart. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out to Bad to the Bone and to Brandon and everybody in Minnesota Spirit Hunters, but most importantly, everybody watching right now. So Tina, thank you so much for being in the comments as much as you were. It was a lot of fun with all of you. But until next time, you guys have a good night and happy hunting.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.